Having a proper trading journal has transformed my day trading and made things a lot easier for me to improve on. I've been using TradeZella for about a year now, so I wanted to go through some of their features and what has helped me become a better trader. The first thing that I really like about it is that the dashboard is very easy to understand and it's a visual thing, right? You see like all your recent trades, you have a calendar view so you could see, oof, rough January, but still made it out green, A. You could see just everything kind of broken down, and you can also customize it if you wanted to change things and put stuff in different areas. So this all makes it very user-friendly in my opinion and easy to understand. I am right now broken down on the year to date, but you can switch this to the quarter, which is going to be the same because we're still in the first quarter, the month. You can switch it to last month, red month, or what's the last 30 days? Ooh, we're up the last 30 days too. Hey, that's not too bad of a looking little chart. Nice. We'll just keep it for the year to date. Then you can go into a day view if you wanted and break it down. So this is where I have to go, like if I don't take a trade on one of these days, you can't like click into the day because it says no trades. So I then go to the day view and then I click start my day and you click the day and then you'll be able to journal for the day. If you click on trade view, you can see all of the specifics on a list of your trades, wins, losses, how you've been doing. I've been doing a lot better these last like 2 to 3 weeks compared to, look at this, before. I was taking so many back-to-back L's because I wasn't locking in and focusing on one repeatable setup over and over again. And since I've been doing that, I've been taking more wins and less losses, minus freaking chop day here. But other than that, you could switch your trade view around to whatever calendar setting you want and then still see your P&L, your profit factor, your trade win percentage, and your average win to loss ratio. I don't personally use these other ones because like these are my notes, but I just do that on the calendar view, which I will show you guys in a second. If you go to reports, this could be really helpful because you can see like a comparison from, let's do SPY from 2025, but I don't want to do the whole thing because we'll just do January, although technically I didn't start not removing my stops until February, but we'll just do January 1st, 25 to whatever. We'll just do this so that way we can compare it to this year. Although last year I had a really good January and March. This year's been difficult, but it's fine. Whatever. I'll just show you guys anyway. January 1st. I was definitely, I'm pretty sure, profiting more by now, but let's show you anyway. So it breaks everything down for you. Wait a minute, guys. This is wrong. 25, March 25. Okay, those were the wrong statistics, but same concept. 34 wins, 23 wins, 109 in commissions compared to 59 in commissions, and my max wins has been 4, max losses has been 6. That is the same 806 P&L compared to 90. So obviously I've been struggling a bit to start this week, but at the start of this year I also was still, I'm pretty sure I was still doing 0 DTEs, and I also was not properly trading until I didn't stop removing my stops until the end of, or like towards the middle end of February. So, and I had like a $900 January. Anyway, my win rate, which is obviously lower, look at this. Look at this freaking drop off in February. This right here is what the last straw was that made me start the not removing my stops. This, look at this. The start of this year has just been freaking chop. We're starting to get a little stride here, but let's see. We got to see how, hopefully the end of the last 2 weeks of March is clean and we could continue to get this little trend back to going, because this right here has been rough. So you can also go into back testing, and as you guys can see here, I've back tested multiple things. Crazy how all of them have been green except for this right here so far, which I don't have enough of it yet, so maybe it does turn green. But I like to, even though I don't trade on like specifically the pre-market break and retest, I like to test out individual things so that way I can see how they do if I was to use them by themselves compared to like this is the best one right here, 2-minute break and retest with the 5-minute direction, 45% win rate, 491 trades. Like when I'm going with the 5-minute trend, that is what I have found leads to better results. But now I'm also doing a back test of only doing the 5-minute break and retest, which is still slightly green, but I wouldn't be taking just the 5-minute break and retest. But this helps me build confidence in individual things. So then I could say like, oh, the 5-minute break and retest stacked with the 1-minute inversion, is going to help me feel more confident in the setup and want to take it more frequently. I'll do a separate video on setting up a backtesting session, but it's really convenient that you can see the session results and the month to month breakdown. It gives you the breakdown of everything: the streaks, the trade win percentage, the average win to loss ratio, and this beautiful little trending up chart. So it's just very helpful. Now going into the month look, it's kind of the same dashboard setup where you have your P&L, your trade win percentage, your day win, your win to loss, your little chart here, and your net P&L with your trades, as well as the calendar view. Once again, you can choose to like fully customize this whole entire thing, which is super convenient. I like that they give you your monthly stats at the top, how many days you've been trading, and then it gives you the weekly breakdown of what your end of the week P&L is, because one day is not going to define you, but if you're building consistent wins over the long term, that's what supposedly they say is what matters, right? Quarter results, yearly results, literally just stacking those daily wins. So if you go into a day, it gives you this like pop-up window here, which is nice because if you have multiple trades, they'll all be listed here with your open close times, what position you took. It does give you a strategy, net P&L, ROI, and I don't have the replay feature, but if you upgraded to the other plan, you could actually do a replay and see exactly, I guess, how you entered, where you entered, and all that kind of stuff. It tells you the RR. And then up here in the notes is where I write my journaling every single day. I have pre-market notes on what I am seeing before market opens. And then if I am seeing trades that I do or don't take, I write them here as well, and what I'm waiting for. And then, if I did take a trade, whether it was good or bad, and, how I felt about it. And then at the end of every single one of my journal entries, I write this statement right here. I follow my rules and I'm a consistently profitable trader. At the end of every single one of my trading journal entries, this is the statement that I have there. Back at this screen, when you click into the specific trade, it gives you the full breakdown on left over here, the net P&L, what position you were in, short or long. It tells you your gross P&L, right? So this was an $80 trade, but I ended up with $78.98 because of commissions. It tells you the percentage, and then you can also, I don't use all of this stuff, but if you wanted to put your profit target in, you could. I personally just use the stop loss setting here, so that way I could put like my anticipated trade risk, and it tells me the RR that I was able to get. It tells you the entry and your exit, and I like to also see how long was I in this trade. This was a 6-minute trade, and I got $80. That is freaking sick. Moving down here, you have a strategy and a mistake section. This is also something that you can change with your settings and customize what you want here. This is just how I have mine set up. But with the strategy, I have a ton of options listed here. My most frequent ones are the break and retest of the 5-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute with fair value gaps, or the key levels. Weekly high lows, previous day high lows, and pre-market high lows. Those are kind of like my key levels that I'm looking at. And then right below it, you can go ahead and put any mistakes that you may have had. So if it was just a bad trade, if I didn't adjust my stop properly, if I didn't close when there were signs of weakness, if I didn't wait for a liquidity sweep, if I didn't wait for the retest, if it was in the wrong position on one of my moving averages, like I know all of that stuff. So that way, when I look at the trade breakdown, which I'll show you in a second, like if I wanted to, you could see what percentage of trades are giving you what kind of results. If you look at the trade, I made it look, just how it is when I'm trading, the 20 and the 200, and you can go back and change the time frame and see exactly, where you entered. So you can put the short position here as well. I entered on this 5-minute break and retest. My stop was not all the way up there because it was too big. I entered when the 2-minute retested, and on this inversion, boom, I got in there. My stop was up here somewhere, and you can, adjust this to where you got out. I guess my stop was less than that. What was my RR? 2.6? Yeah, so somewhere around there. Little tiny trade, but yeah. Sometimes hurts when you look at the rest of this, but I was targeting these lows over here, and that is what I did. I got out when I was supposed to get out. Quick trade, in and out, day done on a Friday. If you go to reports and tags, then you can see the breakdown on exactly like what's your most active and what's your best win rate. So fair value gaps are doing good for me. 200 moving average bounces, not as well. Most active is a 2-minute break and retest, and best win rate is with a previous day low break and retest. And then you can even come down here and see more specifically everything, like what win rate are all of these strategies having in whatever the session is that you are tagging, or the strategy, right? That's why you can make whatever strategy you want that you follow, and it will track it for you. So you're able to see everything, all the data points, right? You can see all of the freaking data points, which is so helpful. What am I taking more trades of? 2-minute, 5-minute, and then what has the best win rate and what is profitable. So right now, just this this is only one trade, so you can't really, I've had one loss on this. Pre-market low is negative right now. I have a 33% win rate, only 3 trades though, so it's not really like a full sample size yet. But all these other ones, fair value gaps, inverted fair value gaps are doing good for me. 2-minute break and retest, 1-minute break and retest, and 5-minute break and retest are doing good because that is like my main setup, right? Let me go year to date. Mistakes. So I can see what's causing me to lose the most amount of money, right? Right here, just a bad trade. 4 of these were bad trades. Against the 5-minute trend is another one, causing me to lose a lot of money, which is why I stopped taking trades against the 5-minute trend, because this right here, this data is telling me when I take trades against the 5-minute, it's less likely to work out for me personally. Here's another one that cost me money. I didn't wait for a retest. And then fake out, that's happened a lot. Impulsive happened a lot. Potential reversal area, lost a lot there. And slippage, I can't do anything about it, but slippage has cost me. And wrong position on the 1-minute has also cost me. With this data, you're able to look at what is and isn't working much easier, and then just tweak things and improve your trading one thing at a time. Removing this can save you X amount of, like for instance me, if I just remove trading against the 5-minute, I've already started to improve my trading a lot by not doing this thing that was costing me money anymore. TradeZella has just been a really awesome journal to help me track my trades and my progress. It's also really cool to like start seeing things such as your win rate and your daily win to loss rate going up. And like it's kind of been a little game I've been playing of like comparing my first year to like how I'm doing this year, or even my all-time, which my all-time is still not positive, but I've been seeing my win to loss rate go up significantly, little by little. So every time I get another little point up higher, I'm like, okay, good, we're doing good, we're on the right track. When I first started trading, I inputted everything into like Google Sheet, like my entry, how many positions I took. That was not a good time. It was very time consuming. I did not have as many data points as I have with this. This is just really, as you guys saw, it's just really like pinpointed on just about every metric that you can examine and improve on. I don't have to manually enter anything anymore. I put the strategy and the stop loss, but that takes me like 2 seconds. Everything else is just automatically uploaded from my broker. So it's been very helpful with that, making it less of a chore to have to do and more of something that I want to improve on and track. It's something that I've really enjoyed using. If you are looking for a new trading journal, check out the link in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.